Hey there and welcome back to another episode of Greek Mythology, where we explore the most influential stories from one of the oldest civilizations in the world and its impact on modern society. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an exciting installment. And if you want to support us, check out our page for some exclusive rewards. In this episode, we will discuss how Prometheus shaped humanity, the gift of fire, and Pandora's box, all in the name of establishing divine order. So, let's get started. At the dawn of time, before gods and monsters roamed the earth, and heroes walked among mortals, there existed only a vast and unending void. In this primordial darkness lived the first gods, Gaia, the personification of the earth, and her consort Uranus, who represented the sky. Together they were the parents of the first generation of gods, the Titans, but their union was anything but harmonious. You see, Gaia was not just a passive partner, but a cunning strategist who wanted more for her children. She despised the fact that her mate was also her father, having been born from the union of her mother, the sea, and her father, the sky. And so she devised a plan to dethrone Uranus and bring about a new era of divine rule. She appealed to her eldest son, Cronus, leader of the Titans, asking him to castrate his father and take his place as the supreme ruler of the cosmos. Cronus, motivated by his own resentment towards his father, agreed to his mother's plan, and with the help of his 5 brothers, ambushed Uranus. As he slept, Cronus dealt the fatal blow, severing his father's genitals and hurling them away. From this moment, 2 new deities were born. One was the goddess Aphrodite, who sprang fully grown from the sea foam created by the severed genitals. And the other was the god Ares, who emerged from the blood that fell upon the earth. With Uranus deposed, Cronus took his place as king of the cosmos, married his sister Rhea, and together they became the parents of the next generation of gods, the Olympians, including Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. But Cronus, fearful of a prophecy that foretold he would be overthrown by one of his sons, swallowed each of his children as they were born, ensuring that the cycle of divine rule would remain in the hands of the Titans. But Rhea, desperate to protect her youngest son, tricked her husband into swallowing a stone wrapped in swaddling instead. Then she took the real baby, Zeus, and hid him away on a mountain called Ida in Crete. There he was raised in secret by nymphs, until he was strong enough to overthrow his father and claim his rightful place as king of the gods. And so the realm of the cosmos shifted once again, this time to the rule of the Olympians, marking the beginning of a new era in Greek mythology. Now, let's fast forward a bit. The gods had settled into their new home atop Mount Olympus, and humanity had yet to grace the earth. Gaia and Uranus, feeling the absence of their children, missed their presence and wished to have them back. They approached their son, Cronus, who now ruled the underworld, and asked for his help, but he refused, bound by loyalty to his new alliance with the Olympians. However, Cronus's wife, Rhea, took pity on her parents and offered a compromise. She proposed that she and her sister would create humans from clay and water and present them to the gods as a replacement for the Titan. This way, the gods would have new playthings to entertain them, and the Titans could finally rest in the realm of the dead. So, from the dust of the earth, Rhea and her sister molded two figures. The first man, whom they named Prometheus, meaning forethought, and the first woman named Epimetheus, meaning afterthought. But before they could bring their creations to life, the gods intervened. Zeus proclaimed that humans would be immortal, while Poseidon granted them the ability to communicate and control animals, and Hades bestowed upon them riches and precious metals from the earth. Finally, the gods departed, leaving their new creations to fend for themselves. And what did these humans do? At first, they lived in harmony with the gods and each other, happy with their lot in life. Prometheus, ever the thoughtful one, taught mankind how to build homes and craft tools, and even gave them the sacred gift of fire, which allowed them to cook their food, stay warm, and protect themselves against wild beasts. Life was good for these early humans, but it didn't last that way forever. As generations passed, humans began to multiply and spread across the earth, and with their growing numbers came a growing arrogance. They boasted of their strength and intelligence and forgot the sacrifices the gods had made to create them. Even worse, some humans grew discontented with their lot in life and began to complain about the hardships they faced. It was during this time that the gods decided to send one of their number to Earth to test the humans' gratitude and obedience. They chose Pandora, a young goddess whose curiosity and mischief were well known throughout the land. She was given a jar filled with all the evils and afflictions that humans might face, from poverty and disease to jealousy and greed. But the gods also gave her a small box adorned with intricate carvings and told her, under no circumstances was she to open it. Pandora, intrigued by the box and unable to resist its allure, eventually succumbed to her curiosity and opened it. And from that moment, all the evils and afflictions contained within flew forth and spread across the earth, infecting humans and corrupting their souls. And so it was that mankind's golden age came to an end, replaced by a life full of suffering and hardship. But before we move on, let's go back to Prometheus for a moment. After giving fire to humans, Prometheus realized that he had done something terrible. He knew that Zeus would be furious when he learned that his godly gift had been revealed to mortals. And he was right. Zeus was furious. He ordered Hephaestus to forge a massive chain to bind Prometheus to a nearby rock, where he would be forced to endure the pain of being chained up for eternity. To add insult to injury, Zeus also unleashed a great eagle to devour Prometheus's liver every day, only for it to regrow each night, ensuring that his torment would never end. Prometheus endured his punishment stoically, refusing to beg for mercy or to break his silence. He was determined to atone for his crime and protect the gift of fire for humanity. Now, fast forward a bit. We know that Zeus wasn't exactly known for his patience or his merciful nature. So, as the centuries passed, and he saw no sign of repentance from Prometheus, he started to regret his decision to punish him so severely. Even the other gods began to question the wisdom of Prometheus's punishment, and some, like Hermes, started to plead with Zeus for mercy. But Zeus remained unmoved. He wanted Prometheus to suffer until he revealed the name of the mortal who had betrayed him. Enter Heracles, a demigod renowned for his strength and bravery. He volunteered to venture into the realm of the Titans and steal fire from the sun god Helios, thereby restoring the gift to humanity. Impressed by Heracles' courage, Zeus agreed to his proposal and promised to spare Prometheus if he was successful. Heracles journeyed to the distant east, where Helios' palace was said to be located, and managed to steal some of the sun god's sacred fire. With the fire secured, Heracles returned to Olympus, where he presented it to Zeus as proof of his quest. True to his word, Zeus released Prometheus from his chains and restored the gift of fire to humanity, cementing the bond between gods and mortals that would shape the world for years to come. So that's the story of Prometheus, fire, and the creation of man. What are your thoughts on Pandora and her infamous jar? Do you think Prometheus deserved such a cruel fate? And how do you feel about the other gods and their treatment of humanity? Let us know in the comments below. That's it for this episode, folks. Thanks for joining us as we continue to explore the fascinating world of Greek mythology. Remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an exciting installment. And if you want to support us, check out our page for some exclusive rewards. We'll see you next time.